Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you're meeting me for the first time, my name is Dr. Ogbe Edward Manoyo. Welcome to the Medical Maze series where I'm giving information on pre-med, med, and post-med information, helping you make the best sound decision in your medical career. But today, we're going a bit on a larger scope on this series. We're going to be talking about studying Ukraine, the professional advice you need, all the information you need to get. So if you're looking forward to studying Ukraine, I think that this video is straight to the point with precise and accurate information. So let's go in 3, 2, 1. All right, today, so I'll be allowing our guest to do the introduction for himself. So can you let us know who you are, your name, and everything that you want us to know?
Hi guys, I'm very happy to be on this platform. My name is Tom. Basically, I'm in Ukraine and studying here as well. And I have my very wonderful, can I say pastor?
Pastor for sure. Yeah, pastor, doctor, YouTuber.
So I'm actually a business person as well, educational consultant with the company in Top-Notch Educational Consults in Ukraine. So basically, I'm here today on this platform to answer every questions you might be, looking forward to knowing about coming to study in Ukraine.
Great, awesome. Thank you so much, Tom. You're welcome.
Thank you.
And guys, I'm a pastor. It's amazing, pastor and a doctor. And I don't know if I don't identify myself as a YouTuber, but many people say they don't agree. Like if you have a YouTube channel, then you're a YouTuber already, right? So great, and that's I think one opportunity that Ukraine gives to everyone. So you have a whole wide range of opportunities to explore. But let's go straight to the educational part, which I believe is the main reason why you clicked this video. So I'm going to be asking Tom some questions, and if you also have some questions, you can leave in the comment section. Also, you can check his website is www.topnotcheducation.com, right?
Yes.
So there you can find every other information. Peradventure you want some more information, and also you can get in contact with him. The Instagram handle and every contact will be on the screen right now. So first question for today, Tom, why is Ukraine a good choice for studying? Why do you think so?
Okay, thank you, Pastor. Ukraine basically is a country in the eastern part of Europe, and one of the things I would say is the best choice for anyone who wants to study in Ukraine is very affordable. Okay, you can compare the tuition fee you pay in Ukraine to other countries in Europe, like in UK, in Canada. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So in Ukraine, it's very, very affordable. Okay, you can study your choice of course, medicine, engineering at a very affordable fee.
All right. So I love the word affordable. So I believe that people watching this video are considering maybe coming to Ukraine. So can you break down exactly in monetary terms affordability?
Okay, so basically let me use the medicine, and my pastor is a doctor too, so he knows. Let me use medicine basically because I think that's one of the courses most students come here to study. With the monetary aspect, with medicine and how affordable it is, I would say, okay, for a tuition fee for a medical student here in Ukraine, a foreign student, you can as well pay an amount of, okay, let's say $3,500 to $4,000 US. Okay, that's for an academic session, $3,500 to $400 US. So with that,
I think that's pretty affordable if you want to compare studying somewhere like Australia, Canada, US.
Yes,
that won't even cut it. That won't even pay half of your tuition fee. And considering also that some private universities in Nigeria are almost paying the same amount.
Yes.
I believe that because I studied first of all in Ibenedo University, when I wanted to come here some years ago, the price difference was not so much. So that's about tuition affordability, and I think it is affordable, although affordable is relative though. But if you have the chest to come and watch this video, I think some way somehow that's affordable compared to somewhere else. So apart from if I want to start coming to Ukraine, like how much in bulk do you think that I should be having in terms of affordability? Not just tuition. I mean, for processing my visa, my flight tickets, and everything that I will need to do, my documents, like legalization and all those stuffs. How much at least should I have? I don't mean like the total amount of money. How much should I have at least to have this ambition or this dream?
So basically, if I'm going to be breaking that down, it's going to be because sometimes it varies, okay, and the price is actually changes at some point in time. But if you're actually looking forward to study in Ukraine, I would say, okay, an amount of $6,000 should be able to help you, because coming documentation and legalization, you can do that on your own, and your visa processing, you can do that on your own. But when it comes to Ukraine, it's a different scenario with other countries. So, but with that amount of money, trust me, you can actually study it. It's okay for you.
All right. What if I have $3,000? Can I try? Maybe we're just trying to put things together, and let's say we're trusting God, or we're looking forward to some venture. $3,000, is it still enough to start? I just want to ask all the questions. Like,
okay, yeah, I understand. Coming. Yeah, so that someone will know what is coming to. With $3,000, it's okay. Actually, you can start with $3,000, but I usually tell my students, anyone who intends to come study here, okay, I actually make them to go through a process gradually, like not making it so difficult for them financially. So some agencies might not do this, but for me, I understand, especially when you're coming from Africa to study, I understand the situations over there. So with $3,000, yes, you can start something. You can get an invitation letter to you, and you can start your visa processing, students visa processing with $3,000. And with your flight ticket, yes, that can cover up your flight ticket with visa processing and invitation letter, documentation with that amount of money, depending on your country.
So the invitation letter is the same as the admission letter, right?
Yes, it's the same.
All right, great. So can you just tell us in brief terms, what are the steps that I need to take if I want to come to Ukraine to study, maybe medicine or any other course, I want to do my master's? What are the brief steps I need to take?
Okay, the steps you need to take, because basically some persons will ask, do I need to write any entrance examination before I get an admission or invitation letter to come study Ukraine? No, you don't need that, okay? So first, the basic steps you need to take is, if you want to come study in Ukraine, you have to, one, have a valid international passport. Then you have to have your, like in Nigeria, your WAEC result, that's your secondary school certificate. So you have to have that, and then that's all. Basically, with this international passport and your WAEC result, we can use this to process your invitation letter for you.
Okay. Are there the basic requirements for my WAEC results? So do I have to have a certain score or grade in my WAEC results? If I fail maths and English, or if I have any course that's not up to its credit units, can I still study in Ukraine?
Okay, so basically, if, for example, you want to come study medicine in Ukraine and you don't have biology, you don't have chemistry, you'll be thinking it's quite difficult. You'll be asking yourself so many questions. Can I use this at all? Yes, you can actually use that. If you have your English and mathematics, maybe you have not an A or a B or a C, for example, Nigerian in your WAEC result, you can definitely use that to study. So all we just need is we need the scores, like getting your certificate, and also we need to get your statement of results. And sometimes you can actually combine your result, WAEC or NECO
together.
Yeah, together. So maybe you're thinking, do I combine results? Yes, you can. You can with NECO, both NECO and WAEC, we can do that to get you an invitation letter admission.
Yeah. So have you been able to admit a student that doesn't have this, like, let's say, a credit unit in maths or in English?
Yes, we have.
Anyways, my own suggestion is that go pass your WAEC. Either ways, though you can, if you can afford to go back and pass your WAEC and exam, because I believe those are basic sciences, and if you want to study I think you shouldn't just rush to do things and just do the right way. But you have heard, you still, that's just my own personal opinion, but you've heard that it is possible. But I think some schools as well are increasing their standards these days.
Definitely, they are.
And then it may cost you a bit more to get admitted under some deficiencies. But it's possible. So that's your question. It's possible as well. So can I transfer? Let's say I'm in a medical school before in Nigeria, and maybe I had problems maybe in second year or in third year or first year, and I want to come to Ukraine to continue. What are the possibilities?
Yes, it's very possible if you want to transfer. Like from Nigeria, example, you have a problem in your second year or in your third year, we're not able to, due to some situations. Yes, you can. So, but what we need to do is we need the transcript.
Transcript, okay?
Yes. So when you have the transcript, we can use this to process your transfer to studying, continuing from the year you want to continue here in Ukraine. Any course, medicine or any choice of your course that you want to do. So engineering, medicine, any other choice that you want to do. But it's very possible you can transfer with your transcript.
Transcript,
yes.
All right, great. So how long does it take? If I start let's say from watching this video today and I start my processing, how long will it take me to get to Ukraine and start studying?
So one thing I usually tell students or maybe their sponsors or their parents is, it all depends on you, okay? For our agency, we can get you a valid invitation letter within 5 to 7 working days.
Yes. And the invitation letter is the same as admission letter?
It's the same as admission letter.
All right.
So it is a document you send to us. We're going to tell you, like I listed earlier on, your valid international passport, a scanned copy of your results, secondary school certificate. So we use this to get you invitation or admission letter, okay? So I tell my students or the sponsors or parents, this is what happens. I don't know how financially stable you are at the moment, buoyant you are. So I'll tell them, take it a step at a time so that you don't get to a point and then you're not able to continue here. So first get the invitation or admission letter, and after that, we start to do the documentation and legalization of your documents. After that, then the next process is for you to book an interview at the embassy in Ukraine for you. So from there on, then when you get the visa, so the process to doing this, it all depends on, like I said. So for us as an agency, we can do that for you within a month. If you make your payments, every necessary payment you need to make, that we can do within a month for you.
What's the guarantee of making payment and getting the results?
Yeah, the guarantee for us with agency, it's 100%.
It's 100%.
Yes, 100%, because I have students and they are still coming to the agency, and we tell them what we can do, and this is 100% for you getting your visa to study in Ukraine.
Yeah, I can guarantee for Tondo, yes. Helped me with 1 or 2 cases. All right, great. So this important question that most people want to ask. I know that not every person watching this video coming to Ukraine is a young person. So some people may be supporting themselves. Some people may be seeing this as an opportunity. I've seen people come to Ukraine. Maybe you are there. Maybe you've been working before, and you're like, I want to get a better life for myself, and I want to get to study medicine and whatever. Or some people are like, oh, we are gathering our last finances. Before I ask you that question, do you think it's really advisable to send someone to Ukraine with our last money as a family?
Okay.
Let's say we are taking a leap of faith. This is all we have, $6,000. We've sold our land and everything to bring this boy here. Is it advisable? Do you think that Ukraine is that place? Do you think it can work or it cannot work in Ukraine?
Yes, it can. It can. Personally, it can. Okay, I would say when I came to Ukraine, basically when I came to Ukraine, I do tell people my stories. I came into this country with $1,000. And I was supposed to come here with $3,500, according to my agent. Okay, I came with $1,000. So me believing that yes, I'm taking a leap of faith. I know God can actually do it. So I came here, and then I have to explain to my agent this is what is happening. I'm not. So he was like, no, you don't have to do this. This is not what I told you initially. Why do you have to do that? Why I told don't worry. I'm going to start working, I'm going to start paying you bit by bit. And he was so mad at me. He was so mad, but there was nothing I could do. I just wanted to get a better life for myself, you know. So it's very possible for you to take a leap of faith in investing the last family.
And if they're going to invest, you better come here with a lot of sense.
Yes,
you better come here with a lot of sense.
Yeah,
and also, one thing I want to say is that also open up to your agency. I want to shout out to Uncle Solomon. If he ever sees this video, he was the agent that brought me to Ukraine. One thing is that you have to tell the agent. Most people just you're trying to play smart.
Yes.
One thing with the thing is that you're going to come with an agency. This is the person that can either help you or just some agents as well break you. Okay, so be open and tell them this is the case, this is the scenario and everything, and then they'll be able to lead you to the right direction and what to do. So that being said, behind, is it possible to work in Ukraine?
Yes, it's very possible. As a student, you can work in Ukraine and still study. You can do that. It's very possible.
So what space of payment are we looking at?
Yeah, for me, I usually tell the students like maybe, oh, when I come, can I work? I was like, okay, yes, sure, you can definitely do that, but the choice of city is very important for you as well.
Yes.
So, for example, if you are coming to Ukraine, you're going to the city, like the capital of the country, which is Kyiv, and you have to understand that things are quite expensive. Yeah, than maybe when you're coming to study in the third largest city in Ukraine, like Dnipro right now.
That's where he's going. I see some recline. I'm speaking Ukrainian. I mean Russian. I'm seeing some advertisement for his for his city.
I love this city. Trust me, I do. So, for example, if you're working and getting a monthly payment of $700 in Kyiv, when you want to take your accommodation fee from that and your feeding and everything, it turns out to be that you have at the end you can have like $200 or $300 for yourself. So that means you've practically spent $400 on accommodation, feeding, and that is aside transportation. So, but here in Dnipro, if you have to get a monthly salary of $500, you can as well still have like $300 for yourself.
Okay,
that's $200 can use it to get accommodation, pay for your bills and everything, and your feeding. I don't know how, if you are not a spendthrift, put that in mind.
Depends, yeah.
Yes, if you are not a spendthrift, so you can actually do that. So for me, I compare this. Why do I have to spend more in taking care of myself and then saving less? While I can actually spend less in taking care of myself and saving more.
Yeah, it's actually better these days in Ukraine with working.
Yes,
not as easy as before. I mean, easier than before, I think. So that's the right thing to say. Not as difficult as before, I think, was what I wanted to say. So some of the jobs someone can do, you can have like crafts. People bake.
Yes.
And people who can make hair, beauty products, because the market here is not so open to African beauty products and all those stuff. So if you can do that as well, and maybe if you have a community, maybe if you're Indian, wherever you are, like those things that are from your country, when you come here, if you know how to do them and offer them to the community of those places where you're coming from, that's one thing to do. Handwork is really good. Those that can make hair, those that can sew clothes are really very good.
Yes.
Another thing is English job. You can teach English as a second language. Really good. I think most people do that job majorly. And then maybe administrative jobs. So maybe you may work in companies that have affiliations with like US, Canada, and then they need people who speak English and all the stuff. So those are like, I think those are like the most common jobs.
Those are the common jobs, yeah.
If you have strength and power to do. I know people who do very manual jobs.
Yes. There are people still work in the factory as well.
Yes, factories as well.
If you have the strength, like Pastor said, you have the strength, you can actually work in a factory as well. And with the hand job, it's very important you know how to do something. See, to actually help you as well. So you don't just depend totally on the monthly income that is coming in. So you're able to cook. You can actually cook food for your African, people and any other person out there. You're able to plait hair, like Pastor said. It's very important. You're able to do one thing aside from the
important.
Skills. So this is an opportunity for you to do. If you are coming to study in Ukraine, try to learn one skill.
One skill or the other that's going to help you. And I think payment ranges from like $200 to, let's be very honest, $200 like $1,000. I know people who can make $1,000 at least.
Yes, definitely.
It's possible if you can combine one or two things. And then, like you said, if you're coming, make a good choice of city, because it's not just the money that you get, but remember that cost of living is also important. So tell us about a breakdown about cost of living. How much I want to send my child to Ukraine, or I'm coming to Ukraine. Apart from you said about tuition, like that $6,000 you said was just school fees and travel costs. So now I have landed in Ukraine. What is maintenance money? Please be very nice, because some agents, some of you are not nice at this part. You gotta say $100 a month, and then someone's father is watching this video. Okay, for real. How
okay, I'm really
ranging from managing to normal. Let's leave exquisite alone. Okay, yeah.
Okay, from managing to normal. Okay, for me, when I speak to students, I tell them be very open. Okay, don't try to be very smart, and because if you are trying to be very smart, I might not be able to help. I will definitely do everything I can as an agency, as an agent to do all the necessary things we told you and what our agency can offer. But also there are some things we can help you to do. Okay, settling down. Oh, you don't have much right now. Can we help you? We can do that, and which it's very important you let us know how we can help you. So now coming to how you can settle down from, I tell people, if you're not so buoyant financially, okay, don't come and then you want to go stay in an apartment.
So there are two choices of accommodation.
Accommodation.
Whether stay in the school or hostel, or
you get
an apartment,
a private apartment for yourself. So in that kind of situation, you can't just come. You don't have enough money on you. You want to come and stay in an apartment, okay? No. I remember when I came, I was in the hostel, school hostel, okay?
Yeah, I stayed in the hostel too, but the hostel I stayed in was too expensive.
So I stayed in the private university hostel, which was very nice, and it wasn't too expensive. I was able to afford it. It wasn't too expensive. So this is the two choices you have. If you know you can't afford to stay in an apartment, please just put it in your mind that you're coming to stay in a university hostel. From that point, you can be able to, get something doing. You're able to save for yourself. So when you are financially buoyant to stay in an apartment, you can do that.
So hostel fees are ranging from how much?
Hostel fee depending. You can pay for an academic session. Okay, like a year. It ranges from $500 for a year academic session. Okay, so depending on the hostel you stay in, but this is the minimum from $500. So.
Yeah, so with $500 in some cities you can get hostel, and I think it ranges up to $1,000 to $2,000. It depends on the school, the hostel that you decide to stay. And then in an apartment, I can say you could get, I don't know, it depends. Some apartment you can pay, if you're going to share with people, you can pay like I think a minimum of $100, and that would be at a very disadvantaged location. Let me say that, except by some stroke of joy or happiness, God favored you. But from $100 to $300, I think, if you want to live, it depends on how you want to live alone, if you live with people. But I think even if you're living with people, you spend nothing less than maybe $100 to $200, including bills.
Yes, put that into consideration. You have to pay bills every month. So aside from the accommodation,
those bills are not smiling. In the hostels, you don't pay bills,
you don't.
You just pay your hostel fee, which is like maybe $500, and I can't guarantee you the hostels. Hostels to hostels look different. Some hostels are really ghetto and expensive. Some hostels are nice and cheap. So it all depends. You find out that.
Yes, and also there is a monthly payment concerning the hostel. So it does not necessarily mean that you have to pay for a year. So if you can afford every month, pay for the month. So in this situation, you can be able to settle down and get something doing too.
How about feeding?
Feeding.
How much?
I think, first we're going to say that depends on how individual you're able to.
I think you can manage yourself with whatever your parents would give to you. Ukraine is not really expensive.
Ukraine is not. It's not. So feeding is very affordable. That's very affordable. Like rice, whatever it is, bread is just there, available
everywhere. Different kind of bread, but not like the one we have in Africa, though. Or I don't know where you're watching this video from. All right, so I think to be very honest, I don't want to be the bad person. Maybe your parents are watching this video or somebody. But parents, be nice to your kids. If you can give them maybe just a semi more comfortable life, I think it's good. But I think from $150.
for a month, right?
For a month,
It's okay.
Will be all right.
I always like if the child or the student is not extravagant in spending, so it's enough.
But there's nothing wrong with having $300, $400, $500 if your parents can afford it. Please, if you can. But I don't know what you're going to be eating with $500 too. But from $100 is enough if you're not to spend thrift. But I think $200 is adequate just in case of unforeseen contingencies.
Yes, because also when talking about $100 is like before you know it, maybe coming into the country for the very first time, you want to get that.
Okay, as for that, coming in costs, you have to at least budget about, let's say, $500. If you are buoyant, some of these things you can rough it, and you can go around it because you have to buy jackets, you have to buy winter boots. I think you can check all other YouTube videos for that, or maybe I will make more detailed videos about those things, but this is just about coming. But just budget that aside as well, because it's really very cold in Ukraine, and you will need some very warm clothing. Not the one you buy from Nigeria, I'm sorry, except you've traveled out before. Some of the warm clothing I brought from Africa were rubbish at the end of the day. They are rubbish. You can only wear them maybe inside your jacket. Alright, so the next question I have here is that how long does it take to process the Ukraine student visa?
Okay, basically minimum is a month. Okay, it can actually even, depending on how the person who wants to come study, or maybe the sponsor, the parents, how they are able to come to, okay, I want to do this on time, and there are some that say, okay, I want to pay this first, just give me some time, I'll do this first. But after going for your interview, it takes 2 weeks to 3 weeks for your visa to be out.
What's the guarantee for the visa?
With our agency, it's 100%.
100% guarantee. Okay, assuming I've had a problem with another agency before, I've tried before, how can I solve problems with agencies?
You're in the country, you're not yet in the country?
I'm not yet in the country.
Okay.
I paid money before to this person, I didn't get the visa, I can't find him again.
That's why you need to work with a very legit agency.
But by the way, do I need an agent?
Yes, when it comes to Ukraine, the system, every country has its own system, okay?
Mafia system. I'm so sorry, but it's mafia system. Well, I'm not about that life right now. I would have explained to you guys, but I remember first year, I didn't have receipt for my school fees. My dad was like, where is your first year receipt? I said, they say I've paid. He said, are you sure you are in the real school or not? But that's because of the agency. Sometimes your school fees is being paid by the agent first.
Yes, that's how the system works in Ukraine. You have to, the universities work with the agency. So even as a student, if you're going to main the university, I want to do, they will tell you,
go to the agent.
Go to your agent, and that. So,
which, although he's an agent, but me, I feel that that's not right. All right.
It's the system. We've been trying to look for a way to change it.
I think I should be able to process my documents myself and do all these things myself. But I think for easier and more fluid processing, I think you need an agent.
Yeah, and I think, Pastor, why it's actually like that as well is because, Ukraine, their official language is not English.
Yeah,
so basically you're coming to a country for the very first time. You don't know how to speak the language.
Yeah, first of all, they don't speak English on the streets.
Yes.
Don't get that into your mind. When you come here, you will hear Privet, hi, and all those
but it's actually better now.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's actually better. Yeah, the Ukrainians on the streets, when they see anyone, a foreigner who speaks English, they want to, have this conversation in English with you. So it's better now. It's better.
What do you think about racism in Ukraine?
In Ukraine, for me, I
also have not experienced
anything.
Well, I've experienced somebody giving you the wrong eyes. I think that's everywhere in the world.
It's everywhere.
I've experienced somebody not sitting close to you because you are black. For me, I'm always excited because that means an extra seat for me, an extra breeze. But I've not been waylaid on the road before, pursued. My things have been stolen. But also in Nigeria, my things have been stolen as well. So, but there've been stories of racism, although not anyone really close to me. No, I have a story of a boy who was beaten in first year. He was reading for school. I remember I had to even go and visit him in the hostel. some Ukrainians got him. I don't want to say Ukrainians, I'll just say some bad people, because I believe there are bad people everywhere, and good people as well. So they really beat him up, and it was really bad. But aside that, it's not prevalent, for example, around me and around people. So rest assured, I think they are opening up more to foreigners, and for me, I've really met fantastic Ukrainians.
Definitely, they are very nice Ukrainians, very nice Ukrainians. And for me also, I actually tell the Africans or my students that, okay, you are not supposed to be in some certain places when you are a foreigner. If, for example, if I don't go to some places I know that I don't have anything doing there, they can't come. So these people, they know where they attack people, foreigners. So you don't have to go to your class, take your lectures. If you're hanging out, make sure that when you're hanging out, when it is before nightfall, get back home. So protect yourself, and I think do the right things. Many people find themselves in some places they are not supposed to be, and such environment can be detrimental. So I think you don't have to worry so much about racism. It's everywhere.
I think
it's not really serious. They don't actually. I've not seen where they come to you like, oh, tell it to your face, oh, you are black. They can just be saying something from afar.
Hey, I've gotten in some shots. Maybe you're in the taxi and then you dragged your change. They'll tell you you're black, but me, I don't really care. Like, I just go my way.
That's just it. So for me, it's just do your thing. Be who you are. Don't get to be like, oh yes, you have your right as a foreigner as well. Oh, you are this, you are that. Even if you have a valid document staying here, you are still a foreigner.
You're still a foreigner at the end of the day.
Yes. So you have to just caution yourself. You have to just
focus on why you are here and do stuff. So there are 2 semesters of admission, right?
Yes.
February and
January-February academic session, and we also have August-September.
So when is the best time to start for August-September preparation?
No, there are students who have started already reaching out.
So this is June?
This is May. So June, July.
That's good.
Yeah, it's good.
Alright, what about for January-February?
January-February can start from October, November. It depends on you.
Is there any difference in the price or system coming January or?
Yeah, for some parents or sponsors who really have gotten some, I tell them, okay, there's a period. If you don't come in this period of time, there's what we call the language course. Preparatory classes, preparatory course. So you have to learn the Ukrainian language and all. So if you don't want to come to learn Ukrainian language, so I will tell you have to do your processing in this period. So because when you don't do it and when you don't resume within, for example, August-September session, you're not in the country to resume. That means when you come, you have to do your preparatory classes. So because there's a time limit for a student to be registered. So when you come before then, it's very okay. But when you come after then, you have to take this language course.
Alright, so if I use your agency, what are the benefits with all of the process? Let's know from beginning to the end, what are the benefits?
With Top-Notch Educational Consult, one of the reasons why I actually ventured into this is not because of the fact that I want to, it's something I just feel because me coming to Ukraine, I really understood how it was for me. So I'm just seeing a lot of foreigners like have so many complaints, have so many regrets about this and all that. For me, I just like I can actually help in my own little way, even if I cannot give everybody money to like sort out themselves. This is my own platform to helping them. So with our agency, we are very genuine and we are very open. Okay, we don't tell you. I don't have to maybe talk about other agents. I want to talk about our agency.
Definitely.
So for us, we tell you how it is. We tell you our agency fee before you start. Like we have a mapped out plan for you. This is what you pay the agency. So not like come in and then I extort you, I not tell you this and you're like, this is not what I told you, and you have to start complaining to your parents or your sponsors, and to them it's like, this was not what we discussed initially. So for us, openness is very important. We are genuine with everything we do. So with our platform, you can rest assured that everything is okay. The visa is 100% guaranteed. And your safety as well. We also, as an agency, we help in looking for jobs for our students if they're interested in working.
Nice.
So other agency, they might not do this, but for us, this is what we do. So I have some of my students who are working through our agency. We provide just for them. So this is what we do. And also, we just make you feel comfortable being a new student in a different country entirely, in a different continent entirely. So this is what we do. We make you to feel at home. We do the best we can to support you in any way, to making sure that, Ukraine is the best place for you to come and study.
Yes, my final take on Ukraine. It may not be as fantastic as Canada, all of these places, US or Australia or the UK, but it gives like the average, if I want to talk about Nigerian or anybody anywhere having just a little amount of money to spend on education to be able to fulfill their dreams. And if you watch other videos on this series, you will see doctors who have been able to move from here back to Africa. They're succeeding, move from here to those places, Canada and the US. And that's why after watching this video coming here, you can check all other videos on the channel on seeing the prospect from Ukraine. So it's cheap, but if you know what you're doing, this can be that cheap foundation that can give you what you're looking for. Moreover, 6 years is 6 years here. If you study and don't elongate your session by maybe failing courses or etc., no strikes, no ASU if you're coming from Nigeria or anything. And learning may be a bit tough because of language difference, but if you put in the work, it's a possibility. So that's just my plus for Ukraine. Everywhere has their...
there is an English medium of learning, so that you don't feel like, you're coming to study in Ukraine.
But by the way though, the teachers, some of them, the English is not so...
Yes.
It's not so good. Let's just put it out there, the English is not... But some teachers impeccably, they speak English.
Very good, yes.
So it's a small, I believe that, if you want to study, you study. And you do justice to the money that you are spending. So what final words do you have about studying Ukraine, the whole process? Will you help us? Will you pick us up from the airport when we come?
Yes, definitely. This is part of our services as an agency. We pick you up from the airport. Like Pastor said earlier on in the conversation, you see, don't try to be smart because there are processes to this thing. So when you're coming, after we help you getting your visa, let us know when you book your flight, because there's a process we need to. We have to submit a letter to the immigration at the airport for them to know that you are coming in. If we don't do this, if you're thinking, I've gotten my visa, let me leave the agency, and then
don't do that.
When you come, you will be deported because they are not aware that you're coming. So from this, as an ASA, we prepare a letter and then we send it to them. They will be aware that you're coming. Everything is fine. You can't be deported with it. So just working with our agency, it's making you feel comfortable, genuine and open, okay? And like I said, studying Ukraine, it's very much affordable than to other countries. So this is the platform, okay?
Alright guys, so that's it with Top Notch Education Agency. That's the only agency I'm going to put on this channel from Ukraine. I'm sorry. I don't need anybody haunting me or my email later because I trust them and I can guarantee their job is top notch, just like the name. Thank you so much, Tom. I'm not going to call you Eddie because that's my name.
My pastor is my namesake, so he's trying not to call me by my name. So
no. So, all right. He has told you can take the risk. For anyone taking the risk, I pray that God will help you. I've seen people come here with nothing and they are here established. And I've seen people, they come here and God has opened doors for them and opened great doors. Ukraine is such a place of immense blessing. Even your talents can blossom here, your gifts and all those things. We have practical examples of that. I'm planning to bring one of those people here to have a conversation with us. You may know the person, but just when the person comes on, then we'll talk about that. So thank you so much, Eddie, for coming today.
Thanks so much, Pastor. I really appreciate it.
Yes. So please get to Top Notch. All the information is going on the screen right now. Get to them for information, and also in the comment section if you have any questions, or if you're studying in Ukraine, or you're a Ukrainian and you have something amazing to say about the country, please only positive comments. If you say something negative, I will pin it. I'll pin it for the whole wide world to see how negative you are. Only positive things, and maybe warnings, advice, and anything is also appreciated.
Yes.
So go ahead to Top Notch. Ukraine is good, especially if you're considering Ukraine already. I know that you don't have plenty money to go to Canada. So if you're thinking, will it be worth it at the end of the day? I believe it's worth it. It's worth it. Check other videos, like I've said, concerning other doctors. You see that people have passed through the system all over the world, and they are doing very well for themselves. So thank you for watching. Once more, thank you Top Notch for being here with me.
It was really my pleasure. Thank you so much, Pastor.
I wish you,
thank you so much.
I wish you all the best with your study in Ukraine. Hook up with me when you're around. Yeah, Lord bless you.